Classically, it has been put that way. The scriptures talk of mumuksha. But that intense desire is not a desire with the same quality as that of normal, ordinary desires. It is a very latent thing. It is not something that would scream from the surface. It is not something that would shout from the rooftops, I want liberation. It is the desire behind all desires. And one has to be a little watchful, a little meditative to be in touch with it. Otherwise, you will be in touch only with what you superficially want. For example, you want to change your job. If you are not attentive enough, you will say, my desire is to get a new job. But actually, your desire is of deepest liberation. So, mumuksha is actually the one desire behind all desires. And if you make it superficial, if you start saying explicitly that I want liberation, then you have reduced and trivialized mumuksha.
But we don't have to think about day and night.
No, you don't have to, because you are anyway thinking about something day in and day out. Whatever you are thinking about, you are actually thinking about liberation only. Give me one thought that bugs you, or anything that you think about. You will see that behind that thought is the thought, I want freedom. I want freedom. But if you start explicitly exclaiming, I want freedom, then as we said, we have trivialized the matter. So you don't have to say that I want liberation. You anyway keep thinking about X, Y and Z, something or the other, right? Don't we all keep thinking? Is our mind not always occupied? Whatever your mind is occupied with, behind that occupation lies the desire for liberation. You say you want a new house. The thing is, you want liberation from what your current house imposes upon you. Behind all desires is the one fundamental desire to be liberated. And you don't have to make that desire explicit. You just have to pay attention to what is already going on. The mind is already thinking. The mind is already occupied. Mind is already thinking. Mind is already occupied. See what it is really occupied with. Just don't swim on the surface. Dive a little deeper. And there you will find that you may say you want this, you want that, you want A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But whatever you say you actually want that one single thing, which you may call by any name or no name.
What is this almost inseparable bond between love and liberation?
We love to be liberated. We want liberation so that we may love. Man's primary draw, man's fundamental pull is towards freedom. People also call it the truth. So you love freedom. You love to be liberated. You go towards that which will relieve you of your sense of bondage. You feel bonded. You feel enclosed. You are drawn towards that which you feel will give you relief from your chains. pull down your walls. That is love. That attraction is love. So you may be attracted towards anything or anybody, but fundamentally you are being attracted only towards liberation. You might even be attracted sexually towards somebody. But even there, what you are looking for is liberation. There is something within me that is so incomplete. By being with you, I sense that I might begin to feel complete. That will give me liberation from my sense of incompletion. And that is why you are drawn towards a man or a woman. The pinnacle of that liberation is the moment of orgasm, when you feel liberated from just everything. It is in search of that one moment that you go to a woman. So,
a truly spiritual being will be a very caring, loving man or woman.
First of all, we all are spiritual beings because we may or may not have spiritual antecedents or pretensions, but we are anyway drawn towards peace, love, truth. And that is what is meant by being spiritual. To be drawn towards peace is spirituality. And there is nobody here who is not drawn towards peace. So there is no living being who is not spiritual. We all are spiritual. It is just that some of us follow so-called spiritual practices. Others don't. There are some who associate themselves with religions and cults. Others don't. But to be a man is to be spiritual. To have a heart is to be spiritual. Everybody is inexorably spiritual. There is no exception possible here. That is one thing. Second, would a religious or a spiritual being be loving, caring, compassionate? Of course, because that is one's nature. It is just that when one is not simple, then love, care, affection and compassion themselves assume very vicious forms. Then your intention is to love, but you end up chaining the other. Then in the name of care and compassion, you put the other in a prison. The intention is always of love. You ask anybody who is doing something at any particular given moment, and you would find that his intention in his own eyes is right. In his own eyes, everybody is doing the right thing at any given moment. Later on, he may repent. Later on, he may acknowledge that he was led astray. But at that moment, everybody is right in his own eyes. So we all are always looking towards the same things, love, care, compassion. But if we are not simple enough and not surrendered enough, then we say, I want love but on my own terms and conditions. I will surrender but at a time and place of my choosing. I will narrate the truth, I will live in the truth, but in my own particular style. This own particular style, that is where the problem is, that is where we all blunder. We are not simple enough. When there is something beautiful, we just don't simply say, oh, beautiful. We would rather take oblique ways. When we find something that is really valuable, we just don't present ourselves to it. We just don't go to it and greet and acknowledge. When we love something or somebody, we just don't go ahead, hug and kiss. We try very tangential tactics. The woman would dress up to attract the lover. Now, if you are really caring towards your lover, if you really have something for this person, this man, then why are you trying all these games? You love him, go to him, sit with him, be with him. But no, she would rather keep a distance and try to seduce him. Now, this is where the problem lies. The woman is acting from a center of love. There can be no denial. Because she loves, that is why she is maintaining a distance. But what kind of love is this that is only increasing the distance? I love you so much that I will not call you for 1 week. I love you too much to be with you. Have you not heard these statements?
Yeah.
Let's go a little distance apart. That will increase our love. These are not simple things. We are not simple beings. This is the simple way of living. If it's something that is tasty, eat it. If you are thirsty and there is water, drink. If you find somebody lovable, kiss. If you don't like a place, quit. But we don't do all these things. When you don't like a place, then we say, you know what? This is one of the best opportunities I could have had, and I have really liked being with these people, but the time has come to move on, but still I would be here for 2 more months to bug you. This is not simple. If you don't like this, please quit. If you don't like the taste of something, just as a kid, can you force a kid to eat something he doesn't like? You can't. You can dupe him, you can coerce him, but he would not do it by himself. Getting it?